Okay, good afternoon, class. I want all of you to stand up. Okay, all of you have groups? Yes. Very nice. Take your exercise notebooks and observe very well the substances which you have in your groups and write down the names of all the substances which you have in your groups. Discuss together and try to write down the names of substances which you have in your groups. We have different substances. In your notebooks, write down all substances. Yes, write their names in your exercise notebooks. Yes. What? A pin. Okay. Start writing down the names. Discuss together and write the names of all substances. Please, you two, come here. Very quickly. Okay. Okay, good. Have you finished it? What is that? Wow, yes. Good, you are a very good student. Where are you now? Beans, rice, salt, oil, beer, alcohol. Wow, very nice. Have you finished it? Okay, rice, salt, water, beans. Okay, very nice. All eyes on me. Here I have what? Rice. And what is this? Beans. Okay, we have rice and beans. In your groups, one student is on to mix rice and beans. All of you have a white paper? Yes. Then after mixing rice and beans, put them on the white paper. Okay. This is one mixture. Mixture of what? Beans and rice. Now we have another substance. All of you have this one?
Yes.
Good. This one is it?
Oil.
We have oil and water. One student in each group is going to make the second mixture. The second mixture will be made of oil and water. You are going to add water in the container of oil and put it down. This one is the second mixture of oil and what?
Water.
We are still together? All of you have two mixtures?
Yes.
All of you have the white substance. The white solid substance. All of you have it?
Yes.
What is this?
Salt.
Oh, okay. This one is table salt. You have another beaker containing water again. Do you have another material containing water?
Yes.
All of you have it?
Yes.
Yes, here you have. Oh. We have water. You are going to mix water and you are going to dissolve table salt in water. And using this wooden material, wooden instrument, try to mix water and salt. Now we are making the third mixture. Dissolve it very well. You have to mix them. Yes. Very nice. Have you dissolved it? It dissolves completely. Okay. We have the third mixture. Put that third mixture behind the second one. In all your groups, we have one substance remaining. Yes. All of you have it?
Yes.
There is a substance remaining. What is this? Okay. In this, you said? Crude alcohol. Crude alcohol. The alcohol which we have in this this crude alcohol, we consider it as banana. This one is from banana. It is banana wine or banana beer. In this banana beer, there is an alcohol. And that alcohol is known as you know it?
Yes.
It's known as ethanol. I have tried to separate or to remove ethanol from this banana beer. Then I have after separating ethanol with other component, I have ethanol, which is pure. In the next week, we are going to see how to separate ethanol with other substances from banana beer or this alcohol which we have. Now you have one container. I'm going to give you a small amount of alcohol. This one is ethanol. Prepare one container No, this one. You have ethanol. You have ethanol. This ethanol is from what? It's from banana beer? From banana beer. In our lab, we have tried to separate or to remove ethanol from banana beer. All of you have ethanol?
Yes.
Very nice. Now you are going to observe very well what is going to take place if we mix ethanol and water. We are going to make the fourth mixture made of ethanol and water. No. We have to add water and observe. Try to shake that mixture. You have ethanol and water and shake. We have ethanol and water. Then shake and observe what is going to take place. Ethanol and water as the fourth mixture. That one containing ethanol. Okay. This one is ethanol. We are going to add water. Then observe that fourth mixture. Okay. Now we have four mixtures. Today we are supposed to discuss about mixtures. And you know that we have two types of mixtures. Do you remember them?
Yes.
Good. We have seen two types of mixtures. You can tell us one type of mixture which we have seen. All of you know it.
Heterogeneous mixture.
Very nice. We have heterogeneous mixture. The second one? Yes. Do you know it? Which one?
Homogeneous mixture.
Very nice. We have the second one as a homogeneous mixture. In your groups, you have four mixtures. You are going to group the mixtures in the two types. Which ones are heterogeneous and which ones are homogeneous. Now, in your exercise notebooks, write down or group them into categories. Do you understand the question? Which ones are heterogeneous? What? That one is what? Oil and water. What about this? Is it heterogeneous or homogeneous? Rice and beans. For you, is it? Heterogeneous. Then oil and good. Have you finished to group them? Discuss and group them into types. Rice and beans is which mixture? Oil and water. Wonderful. What about table salt and water? Discuss together very well. And tell me. Have you finished it? Uh-huh. You have to let me, you have written them somewhere? Uh-huh. You have to write something in your notebook. Group them into. Wow, salt solution, water and ethanol. Then oil and beans and rice. Yes, this one are correct. Okay. We are going to start with the
Can ethanol and water be separated?
heterogeneous mixture. In this group, rice and oil. They are going to form which mixture? Do we have rice and oil? We have what? We have rice and beans. But we don't have rice and oil. We have rice and beans. They are going to form rice and beans. They are going to form heterogeneous mixture. The second heterogeneous mixture is made of what? For you is oil and okay, good. We have oil and water. For homogeneous, we have what? The other groups? Yes.
We have salt and water.
Stable salt and water. They are going to form an homogeneous mixture. The last one. The last one as homogeneous is what? Ethanol and ethanol and water is the second homogeneous mixture. Now we have the problem. How to separate rice and beans. Now in your groups, you are going to help me to separate rice and beans very quickly. And write down the method which you are using. While separating, write down the method which you are using while separating rice and beans. Very quickly. Have you finished to separate them? Which method are you using? Okay, very nice. Write it down in your notebooks. Now you are separating rice and beans and write down the method which you are using. Wow. Which method have you used? Using your hands, you have separated rice and beans. Yes, very nice. Which method have you used? Okay. Today we are supposed to see how to separate the component of a heterogeneous mixture. For the method number 1, which we are using to separate rice and beans, we have to use manual sorting. Now we have another problem. Being at home, in our kitchen. Are we together? Yes. Oil is mixed with the water. And we know that we cannot use oil and water. And our oil is expensive, we are not going to reject it. We have to use it. Using this simple device, which has a hole. A hole. How are you going to separate? In your groups, try to separate oil and water using this simple instrument. Good. Now you have, yes, very nice. Then the problem, okay, yes. Now what are you going to do? Others, you are observing what they are doing here. Okay. Then. Wow, very good. And there we are going to remain with the water. And now we have a small amount of oil remaining, but what we have there is enough. Now there's no problem. We can miss that one, but we have to keep our oil. Good. You have tried to separate them. Then put oil in one container. Have you separated it? Very nice. Have you separated them? Oil and water? Not yet? Let me see. Now you are going to write down in your notebooks the method which you are using. That method which you are using, it has a name. Write down the name which you are using for separation of oil and water. Write down the method. The other question, this instrument which you are using, in chemistry, it has a scientific name. Write down the name of this instrument. It is known as the method is the decantation, then the instrument is okay. Very nice. I want all of you to come closer here. The members of that group, all groups try to come closer. Okay. All of us, we know how to separate rice and beans. To separate rice and beans, we have to use manual sorting. We are using our hands. If you are preparing food, if you want to prepare rice, Sometimes rice can be mixed with the beans. You have to separate them first of all. And you are going to use a simple method, a simple way. Manual sorting. And you separate these two ones. To separate oil and the water. We know that our oil is expensive than water. The most important is oil. How to separate these ones. But before separating these two ones, there is what we have to know for oil and water. When you have oil mixed with water, oil is above water. Do you know why? Yes. Why oil is above water? Do you understand my question? Yes. After mixing oil and water, water is on the bottom, but oil is on the top. Why? Oh, all of you are supposed to know it. My question is clear? Yes. Okay. Let us. Oil float? Why oil is going to float above water? Yes. What you're saying is correct. Oil is going to float above water. Why? Do you know the answer? You can help us? Yes.
Less dense than water.
Wonderful. Oil is on the top of water because oil has lower density. Oil has lower density than water. That's why it is going to float on the top of water. We have the other mixture of ethanol and water. In chemistry, there's what we consider as immiscible liquids and very nice. We have ethanol and water. We have oil and water. We have two liquids. One is immiscible, the other one is immiscible. Which one is immiscible liquid? Which one is immiscible liquid? When you have oil and water, and when you have ethanol and water. Which one is immiscible liquid? Yes. This one is immiscible liquid. We have seen that immiscible liquids are liquids which cannot mix each other. Now we have the oil and water. They are considered as immiscible liquids. Then ethanol and water, they are going to form miscible liquids. Today we are supposed to know how to separate ethanol and water. You have used such kind of instrument, yes. And this one has a hole. We are going to put this one in this container. And we have to separate oil and water. And they are going to form immiscible liquids. Now we have to release the first liquid, which is on the bottom. As water. And when we start to have oil, we have to close. Now we have Oil remaining in this container. The oil which we have, it contains a very small amount of water, but that one is not dangerous. We are not going to separate oil and water 100%, but we have our oil, and we can use this oil to prepare our food. And we are going to save money. Instead of rejecting this one, say we have oil and water which are mixed, we have to use this simple method to separate oil and water. The method which is used is known as a... All of you in your groups, you have tried to discuss together, and you know the method. Do you know it?
Yes.
The method used is it?
Decantation.
Very nice. To separate rice and beans, we have used manual sorting. To separate oil and water, which are immiscible liquids, the method used is known as a decantation. There is a device or an instrument which is used to separate immiscible liquids. What is the name are you going to give to this instrument? All of you, you have tried. Separating? You are good student. This one is used as separating funnel. Now you are able to separate the component of heterogeneous mixture where we have used rice and beans, and you are able to separate oil and water, which are immiscible liquids, using decantation as method, and the instrument used is known as separating funnel. In the next week, we will see how to separate ethanol and water. Not only that, we see also how to separate table salt and water. Is what we are going to see in the next week using simple instrument. Now, before leaving, I have prepared very simple questions for you. Do you have your pens? Yes. You are going to write the answers in your exercise notebooks. Within 2 minutes. Okay, are you ready? Yes? A blue pen. Okay, you can use the red one. There's no problem. Question number 1. Which method can be used to separate stones and the seeds of maize? Do you understand question number 1? Yes. Which method can be used to separate stones and maize? Write down the answer. As in the video evaluation, write down. That one was question number 1. Question number 2. Water and tetrachloromethane are immiscible liquids. Sub-question A. State the method that will be used to separate water and tetrachloromethane. If there are 2 liquids, which are immiscible? Immiscible. Which method will be used? That is sub-question A. Manual sorting, decantation. Sub-question B. what is the scientific name of the instrument that will be used to separate water in tetrachloromethane? That was the last question of today. May I use your pen? Is working? Manual, good. Said manual sorting, they can. Good. Have you tried to do that? Let me see. Manual sorting, decantation, separating funnel. Very nice. You did it? Manual sorting, decantation, then separating funnel. Wonderful. You did it. Let me see. Manual sorting, decantation, separating funnel. Good. Have you finished it? Yes. Let me see. Manual sorting, decantation, separating funnel. Very good. Have you finished it? Manual sorting, decantation, then separating funnel. Where is the answer? Manual sorting, then decantation. And very nice. Now, I have prepared also a homework for you. In your exercise notebooks, you are going to write the homework which you are going to do. Write down this homework as individual homework, and you are going to submit this one in the next week. Within 50 seconds or 45 seconds, write that homework. And you are going to submit it in the next week. Before starting the next lesson, I have to check your notebooks. You have to write down the answers of the 2 questions in your notebooks. Question number 1, how table salt can be separated from water? Number 2, which method will be used while separating ethanol and water? These are the 2 questions which you are going to do as the homework. Okay, stand up again. One, two, three. Chemistry. Okay, thank you very much. We are going to continue in the next week. And don't forget to do that homework. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. We are going to meet in the next. Join your room now.